Hello, today I want to pick this Securemme EVO K64. That's an Italian lock, I believe, with 11 pins in the main stack and 4 sliders with a reversed sidebar. Reversed sidebar means that all of the sliders should be set at once for the sidebar to retract and for the lock to be able to turn, at least the core. But in reality, it turns out that there's an exploit I discovered, but I am not sure if it's present in other locks. It's that there's 4 sliders. One is here, it's a low lift, then we have a max lift, loft lift, low lift again, and a zero lift. Some of those sliders, at least those two for sure, you can somewhat, with heavy tension, push into the sidebar and they stay set. So I will push this max lift slider into this sidebar, tension, so it stays set, and then insert this tool I've made to push those two low lift sliders into place and carefully pulsing the tension, jiggle the core until all of those sliders are in the right positions and the core can turn. top stack is picked, I think. Now we push the slider 2 into its place. And set sliders 1 and 3, pulsing the tension. Slider 3 to unset itself. And we have got this open. Interesting thing is I'm not going to show you because the pins might jump, but jump into the core, I mean. This sidebar is picked now. Okay, no, it's not. Usually you can turn the core and it stays picked. So let's have a look. Oh, careful. What's inside? This clip is really annoying, really stiff. That will do. Whatever. has this weird linked pin that takes up 2 chambers, and it is a zero lift, and it's right here, and it blocks the keyway a little bit since it's a zero lift and it's across the pins. But it's not so bad. Nothing that interesting pin-wise. Just 4 spools and rest are standards. Are they steel? I don't think so. No, they aren't. Maybe this one. Slightly magnetic. Maybe they are stainless steel. Okay. Now let's take a look at this sidebar. There we see the sidebar and the springs that push it into the sliders. Let's extract the key. Now it's not set. And in general, the sliders turn back. Can't leave them. But for some reason, as I showed you, I'm not sure what's the cause of it. This cutout is of course squared, as the sidebar itself is. But for some reason, it seems like this sidebar can be wedged, sort of, in this cutout, due to tolerances probably. It has some flop in the sidebar slot, so when you wedge it onto this, like push it onto the wall of the cutout, it leans a bit, and this part here, I guess, is pushed onto the sliders, and this additional force added to the sidebar springs is enough to keep the slider to set, and then all you need to do is carefully lift those 1 and 3 to the correct position and wiggle this core without dropping number 3 that's set, which is quite tricky, until you've got the positions on 1 and 3 right, and the sidebar can retract. Of course, you can't just push it because it's squared and it's blocked when you just push it. It takes a bit of finesse, but can be done. It has some flop, as you see, and I think that might be the reason why it does work. Yeah, pinning wise, not that interesting. Those pins look poorly made, to be honest. The feedback is weird, quite mushy. And on top of that, I didn't show you before, the top of the core is flattened. So you have quite a big of a shear line. Which helps with those pins. Slider just dropped. Okay, I didn't show you the sliders yet. Good thing I didn't end the vid just yet. That's 3. That was 2. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm not sure if this can be removed. Doesn't look easy, certainly. Okay. Seems like it might be removed. That's the sidebar. It is squared, but a little bit rounded, maybe. It doesn't have sharp corners. Maybe that helps as well. That's the sidebar. There you have the springs in the middle and pieces that hold it in the core. Sliders don't have fault kits, of course. And as I've said before, the technique I'm using is beating dependent, because if not for the zero lift in 4 and the same lift heights here, it would be a lot more tricky to do. Also, I don't know if you can set the slider like I did in other locks, or is it just luck that it works like that in mine? So I'm not sure if it can be repeated. We will see, I hope soon. So yeah, what else? Nothing really, I think. That was it. Presentation of Securemme K64 and the defeat I came up with. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.